A shaft of morning light through the window accentuates what you'll find in just about any home. Dust motes. Those floating dust particles that make us sneeze and sniffle, that settle onto lampshades, furniture, and the floor. Living inside, you're breathing this dust all the time. And that's why there's nothing quite like stepping outdoors for some truly fresh air. And here's the deal. We live our lives in the macroscopic, which means the objects around us are large enough to be seen without a microscope, right? But the macroscopic is necessarily built up from the microscopic. Our bodies, for example, are made from microscopic cells, which in turn are made of even smaller parts and bits that work in unison to keep the cell alive. Going even smaller, it's all made of submicroscopic particles such as atoms and molecules. In short, the big is made from the small. There are no exceptions. And because the big is made from the small, it's inescapable. The big sheds the small. And while the big tends to fall to the ground, the very small can become airborne. A tree sheds pollen. A volcano sheds smoke. A desert sheds a dust storm. Dogs shed their fur. Humans shed hair and dead skin cells. Microscopic arachnids called dust mites thrive off of these dead skin cells, especially within textiles such as bedsheets and blankets. In doing so, of course, they shed their feces. To shed your blanket of the many dead dust mites along with their dried up feces, all you need to do is shake that blanket, preferably outdoors, and off they come. It's inevitable. Household dust is a consequence of shedding. It's interesting to note that a major component of household dust is dead organic tissue. Fairly easy to detect are the colorful microfibers shed from our textiles. They're easy to catch, too. Wave around some sticky tape, and there you've got them. And that brings us to the main point of this video. These microparticles and fibers are floating all around. Avoiding them is next to impossible. So there you are, a burglar, sneaking into a house to steal jewelry. You may sneak in and out thinking you left no evidence, but you're not thinking microscopically. Every house will have its unique dust profile signature. Maybe the family favors a certain color of bed sheets and towels. And perhaps they once had a yellow Labrador, resulting in a particular profile of dust mites. Burglar beware. Just by being there, all those microparticles and fibers are now all over your person. This was first pointed out and applied to criminal investigations by Dr. Edmond Locard, a French criminologist of the early 1900s. Locard is known as the father of modern forensics. The Locard principle is summarized as follows. With contact between two items, there will be an exchange. That's thinking small. That's good chemistry. But let me leave you with a question. Lake Superior is one of the largest freshwater lakes in the world. Unlike the other Great Lakes, there's relatively little industry in the area as a source of pollution. Yet measurements show the number of microfibers per liter are comparable to that of the other Great Lakes. Here's the question. How did those microfibers get there into Lake Superior? And why do we say that fresh air is a matter of degree? And is it true that planet Earth is one big closed system of the big shedding the small? Good chemistry to you.